It may not look it here, but our Cirrus SR-22 desperately needed paint, so we took it to KD Aviation to have it completely stripped and its new custom paint scheme applied. We're super excited to show you how it turned out, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. My name is Brian Chase. I buy and sell business jets, turboprops, and helicopters so that I can afford to feed my love of flying. My wife Kim, son Thomas, and I recently purchased our own aircraft, a Cirrus SR-22, and decided to record as much of it as we could. Join us on our journey as we experience the joys of personal flying, meeting new people, and learning how to become more advanced and more proficient pilots. This is the Chase Aviation channel.
Remember, it's going to be here before flaps, not flaps first. Right, okay.
So Katy Aviation is on the opposite side of New York State, almost 230 some nautical miles away. So I thought it was a great opportunity to get some additional flight instruction from our local flight school. That's Randy Nalbone there. He's the owner of Majestic Aviation. Can't quite see Randy because my camera was in linear mode. Needed to be in wide mode. Ugh. Anyway, he's there, had a great flight down. Kim's in the back, and that's my cousin Greg, who's learning to fly. And I wanted to bring him with to show him kind of the joys of general aviation when you use it to fly from point A to point B and back, rather than just, go banging around the pattern and learning to land. I think we set the hook in him good. I think we got a lifer there, so glad he could be along and share this experience as well as Randy. So I appreciate everybody coming along with us.
And then it'll kick and should stop. Boom, boom, boom. Looking
right.
good. The flap's up.
Flaps coming up.
That's nice.
There you go.
Ooh, oh my gosh, that looks great.
Nice day, guys.
Oh,
Nice day.
Oh my god, I love it.
holy, that was way cooler than I thought.
New end number.
Yep. Wow. That's way better than I was expecting. Wow, that is neat.
And I am so glad you didn't go with the film.
Oh man, that would have been such a mistake. So needless to say, we absolutely love the paint job. It really exceeded my expectations, and if you watched the first video about the paint, you saw the design that we were going for. And originally we were going to do that dragonfly green over a medium silver, and when I finally got the color samples, it was apparent that the two were too close and it really wasn't going to look that good. So we switched kind of at the last minute to a white, and man, it turned out great. We wanted to be different. Like we wanted to have a Cirrus that didn't look like all the other Cirruses out there. Kim wanted it to have a little bit more of a feminine flair, and I was all for that. I want her to be excited to fly, and if the wife's happy wife, happy life, and if the wife's happy flying, then that's really all there is. So I have to add a couple very special thank yous here. You see in the cockpit, that is Mitch Simmel with Take Flight Aviation. He was good enough to, on very, very short notice, I think like the day before, he was able to be our safety pilot, help us get home. Whether it was VFR, and fine flying. Kim and I could have done it on our own, but it was just nice to have him there. It just adds a layer of confidence in case the weather did change. It's not the time of year to be messing with weather up north, so really appreciative of him, and of course to scheme designers, specifically Tyler Hughes. Craig, he's South African, by the way. If you talk to him, don't mess it up. He's not Australian. Craig was great. Tyler was great. Very patient guys. They flat rate their services. Thank God. We had a lot of back and forth, and he did a great job of just getting out of our brains and into our mouth and onto a piece of paper so that the paint shop could execute on it. If you've ever built a house before, it's just like hiring an architect. Scheme designers is your architect for coming up with the paint scheme that you're looking for. I think that's the best comparison I can come up with for that. So they were great. Also to, of course, KD Aviation, Ken and Don Reese. They're brothers. They had the shop, I think he said, for like 30 years. They've got 2 locations. We went to the one in New York. I think that's kind of where they do their pistons. And they did terrific work, very communicative. We had a group text between the 3 of us, and I always knew what was going on at all times. Don would send us kind of like teaser pictures from time to time, so we could see what the color was, and it's overall I couldn't be happier. On time, on budget. What else is there? So in the last video, we asked everybody to kind of vote on what we should do with the prop, if we should paint it black or go back white. Obviously we went black. Really happy with that decision. It modernizes the plane quite a bit. And then we also talked about doing the glow-in-the-dark prop tips, which we decided not to do. I might get into why the reasoning is on that at some other time, but it's kind of a long story, but it didn't make a lot of sense. So last thing real quick, we are planning to go to Sun and Fun coming up in like 2 weeks time. I've got hotel booked. I'm not totally sure we're gonna be able to make it, but if we'd enjoy the chance to meet you guys. If anybody wants to come check out our new paint scheme, we'd be happy to show it to them. So just leave a note down in the comment section and we'll try to get together. See you then, and thanks for watching.